Hello, everyone. Greetings to all of our friends in Ann Arbor, Southeast Michigan, and beyond. We'd like to welcome you and invite you to the 2018 Ann Arbor Yasu Greek Festival. Spring is here at last, summer not too far beyond, and you can't start summer without the Ann Arbor Yasu Greek Festival. This year it is June 8th, 9th, and 10th at 3109 SSOO Church Road, just south of Ann Arbor. You can't miss it. It's at the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church and Cultural Center. It is a celebration of our Greek Orthodox faith, our culture, our food, our dance, and our language. It's Ann Arbor's biggest and most fun party to start off the summer, and we expect you all to come. Bring your neighbors, your family, your friends. We will have one heck of a time. Yasu, Greek festival. What does that mean? Yasu. Vayus, tell me, what does Yasu mean?
Means welcome, means hello, means greetings.
Your health. I'm here with my friends, Father Nick Kotsis, Christina Vlachopoulos, and Vayus Pagalos. We're going to tell you about the Greek festival for the next half an hour or so. And I'm going to start with Father Nick Kotsis. Father Nick, we've been doing this Greek festival at our current church location since 2007, for 11 years now. But before that, people in Ann Arbor would remember the earlier Greek festival from back in the 70s and 80s. Can you tell us about that festival?
Sure. The Greek festival started in the early 70s, and it started off as a baking festival that the ladies of our church started, and eventually grew and grew throughout the 70s to become a greatly anticipated event throughout Ann Arbor, but particularly downtown. We were located 414 Main Street downtown, and everybody would come on their lunch periods and at night for the dinners, and it was just a great atmosphere downtown. The church had been there for about 50 years when they started the Greek festival, and now we're in our we're past 80 years now here in Ann Arbor. And since the 70s, in the 80s, we took a hiatus from the festival, and then we began it again at our new location. We're on 3109 SSOO Church Road, which is just east of Wagner Road. And because we have a lot of room, we have a nice big parking lot where we can host the festival, we started it up again in 2007. So this will be our 12th year in our new location, but the roots of the festival go back to the 1970s on Main Street.
Father, the next question I want to ask, a very important point. The Greek people have this word we call philoxenia. Could you tell us what this means in the ancient Greek world and also in our faith as Greek Orthodox people?
Sure. Philoxenia comes from two words. Philao, which means I am friends with, I love, I like. And xenos, which means foreigner, stranger. So as the opposite of xenophobia, which is the fear of strangers, this is philoxenia, the love of strangers, the attitude to welcome in people into one's home. And for the ancient Greeks, that was a very important thing. People who were strangers were welcomed into their homes. They were treated even better than family members. They were treated basically like royalty when they came into the home. It was expected that this would happen in ancient Greek culture. But it's not just amongst Greek culture that took place. It also was throughout most of the Middle East. And in fact, in the scriptures, we hear about that as well. In the book of Genesis, the very first book of the Bible, of course, the patriarchs Abraham and Sarah welcomed 3 angels into their home. And that in the Greek is called the philoxenia of Abraham, the welcoming in of the unknown people, of the strangers, so they could bring them into the household, into the family. And so for us, philoxenia today continues to mean welcoming in people, no matter who you are. You're welcome into our home, and we want to show you a wonderful time at our festival and show you a little bit about our faith as well.
Thank you, Father. I could not have described it any better myself, and I will tell you that this philoxenia, you will find it in our Greek festival in spades. The food, the dancing, the warm smiles, the welcoming atmosphere, the free parking from our brothers and sisters at Knox Presbyterian Church next door. Thank you, brothers and sisters. The clean facilities, the beautiful people, and the warm atmosphere. It's a very family-friendly, exciting party atmosphere that you will only find at the Greek Festival, 3109 SSOO Church Road, just south of Ann Arbor. Our next speaker is Christina Vlachopoulos. She is working at what we call the agora. What does this mean, agora?
Agora means market. And we have tried at our festival to imitate what a market would look like in Greece. A little bit of the ancient time and a little bit of the modern time. It's an outdoor market, so we have created the ancient look by bringing out some of the columns and some of our statues that imitate some of the ancient times, and then some of the modern times with some of the things that we have in the agora. So in the agora, you will find anything from homemade jewelry to statues, to t-shirts, to belly dancing scarves, to aprons, to playing cards, to anything you can imagine that are brought straight from Greece. All the things that you will find in our agora are brought straight from Greece, except for the homemade jewelry that we have a couple of our ladies who make them here in our church. The silver, we also have silver, and that is brought from Greece. The silver jewelry is made in Greece, and that is sold in the agora as well.
You know, I think every year it grows, the selection of things to buy. Seems like in the last few years it's really increased.
Thank you for noticing that, Dino. Yes, we do. Our agora grows and grows and grows, and one of the things that I get excited about the agora every year is that we have people from the Ann Arbor area and outside of the Ann Arbor area, from wherever they come to visit our festival, they come specifically to see what is new in the agora. People love to come and see what we have this time around and what's new, and to ask questions, and they just love to see what we have to offer in our market for the new coming year. One of the things that I love about the agora, which gives me great joy, not only to operate it and be a part of it, is that we also offer a little bit of history too. People like to come and say, you know, I see you have this product here, and this is a statue. What is this statue? So it might be a statue about a Greek god, or it might be an icon, and we tell them a little bit about it, and it's a little bit of a lesson too, and it gives them a chance to learn a little something. It doesn't really matter if they buy it or not, but it gives them a little something to think about as they walk away. And sometimes they'll come back and they'll buy it, or you know, they leave with a souvenir that they know a little something more than it's an icon.
Well, it's one of the best parts of our festival. And I'll tell you, when you come to the Greek festival, the first thing you're going to do is park next door at Knox Presbyterian. You'll take a shuttle bus. It's quick. They run every 5 minutes or so. And you'll start off the festivities with some Greek music. When you arrive, the line to get in is short. If you want to go get your food, even if the line is long, usually people get their food within 10 minutes. And I know because I'm in that food line serving your food. We all work very hard. We have a very devoted team of people. So there are many experiences to have. While you're having your food or having a drink, you can watch our dancers. You will, of course, be invited to take a tour through our church. And we will have various parishioners giving church tours where you can see the beautiful interior of our church building with our new iconography, and learn more about our faith, and ask questions of our parishioners and Father and our other priests and all of our people who will help you. So there are many experiences at the festival for you, your family, your friends, not the least of which is, of course, the food. And now I'm going to come to Vaios Pagalos. You will find Vaios working just as hard as anyone else, making various items and bossing everyone around. He's a real tough guy. Tell us more about the food, Vaios.
Yep, thank you, Dino. Yeah, so the portion of the festival that our team is working in is over in the Cafe Neon. So generally, after you have finished your meal, seen the dancers, walked around, gone to the agora, maybe get a couple of church tours in with Father, then you need to sit down, have yourself a strong cup of coffee, and obviously the pastries that we've very diligently and lovingly produced in the kitchens of our church. So I wanted to go back a little bit. We were talking about philoxenia and talking about traditions and such, and there's no question that food is a critical aspect for some of us more than others. And in the case of the baked goods, there's traditions and there's recipes that are handed down from yayas to mothers to daughters and daughter-in-laws, and And our recipes at church are no different. If you look at, when you see the menu that's posted up in the Cafe Neon area, you'll see references to people's names that are associated with those specific recipes, because some of them have been made at our church for the last 40, 50 years. So in one particular case, we'll just talk about our paximadia. Unfortunately, this year we didn't have a chance to bring props with us, but our paximadia are basically our biscotti. Very traditionally eaten with our Greek coffee, which is usually a bit strong, of which you can also get at the Cafe Neon. This particular recipe is actually our Presbytera Eva. It's her recipe. Presbytera Eva has been with us since the 70s, when her and her husband came to the church, and so again, it's part of the tradition. It's part of what we offer at St. Nicholas. It's the 70-some years that we've been there, and it's just another expression of our contribution to the community. So you have a variety of things to sample when you're at the church. Obviously, you have the baked goods. From our baked goods, we have a couple of newer items that have been brought on board. So we will always have the baklava. Again, everything is made at church. Everything is basically, there's no additives or anything like that. So you'll have the baklavas, you'll have the kuluria, you'll have the paximadia. We have one particular recipe that's fantastic. It's been with us a couple of years, which is the galatopurico, which is basically a semolina custard wrapped in filo and then saturated with, like we do with most of our baked goods, with syrup and sugar and
And the other way?
yeah. And I was reminded earlier too that we always maintain the 4 basic food groups of butter, 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 and butter. So again, these traditions, these recipes are consistent, made by people who gather together in a community fashion for the benefit of expressing our love for people to come to see us and be part of our community for a few days. So yeah, I think that's really the café too. When you get into the coffees, if I can make a personal recommendation, so we do have a drink that's a whipped Greek coffee called frappé. We also make a frappé float, and I can tell you, if you're by any means tired in the middle of the day, especially if the weather's a little warm, 2 of those will get you through anything. So stop by. For our group, my family and I will be tied to the fryers making lucumades, making our donuts. If you need any recommendations relative or directions for the frappe float, please stop and see us. We'll get you right there expedited.
Thank you, Vayus. Now, friends, we really want to invite you. You can see from everyone's testimony here, this event is not just a church fundraiser. For those of us who do the work, we work hard, and we're out there really working hard to welcome you, to show you this philoxenia. But for us, it is also the year's biggest party, very much like the Village Festival in Greece. Yes. So you might see some people who are a little sweaty or a little tired, or moving slow, or moving fast, but what you will see is warm smiles, a warm and loving welcome, and people having a lot of fun. Now let me remind you, if you're just tuning in, Yasu Greek Festival, 3109 Sayo Church Road. If you're coming in from out of town, take the Zeeb Road exit, use your smartphone, you can't miss us, 3109 Sayo Church Road, just east of Wagner Road. Free parking at Knox Presbyterian Church. The signage is excellent. Once you get there, you will take the shuttle bus. You can't miss it because you'll hear the music as you approach. We will welcome you, and then you can come in and start to experience Hellenic culture in America, take a church tour, sit down with your family, experience the Cafinio, the Agora, and all of the other wonderful things that we have to offer. Thank you so much for tuning in. In just a moment, we're going to go to our promo, where you will see some pictures of our dancers and the other events at the festival, and then we'll be back to discuss some of the other aspects of our festival, like dance and the food that we have to offer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Dino Prokos, with Father Nick Kotsis, Christina Vlachopoulos, and Vayus Pagalos. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our discussion about the 2018 Yasu Greek Festival at St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church and Cultural Center, 3109 Sayo Church Road. The dates of this year's festival are June 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Joining me for this next segment are my good friends, Kostas Boutsikakis, Alexandra Tsalogiannis, and Artemis Alex. And first of all, we're going to go to my good friend Kostas, and we're going to talk about the food at this year's festival. Kostas, tell us, please.
Thank you, Dino. On my behalf, I would like to thank CTN for another year hosting us here, and I would like to welcome everybody into the Greek Festival. For the 12th year, I believe this year, we're up to have a great party again. My group is going to be working the mezedes, which is the appetizers, and we're going to start with the famous saganaki, which is authentic Greek cassette cheese dipped in milk and eggs and breaded with flour, grilled, doused in flaming brandy and lit up. And we say opa, which means to your health, and we also serve it with pita. We do the same thing also with the Greek sausage. The Greek sausage, it's an old recipe of Greek recipes. It's distinctive from all the sausages, you know. Has orange peel in it as well, which it gives it a distinctive flavor. And we also serve that as well with flame it. We flame it that one, and we also serve it as a combination, and they both come with pita bread. We also serve spinach pie, cheese pie, and the last couple of years we added the Greek fries, which is a fantastic addition, and people have really gone crazy about it. We sold really a lot of it. It's French fries, Idaho fries. They're deep fried in 100% vegetable oil, and we have the Greek spices on it, including oregano and also feta cheese. And that's been a great hit. That's been really a great hit. We also would also like to speak a little bit about the rest of the food. You know, we have we have the Greek, the traditional shish kebab, the Greek souvlaki, which is pork, and we also have a chicken version. They're both marinated on a special recipe with olive oil and lemon and spices, all the Greek spices, and then we broil them to perfection, and we bring them in and serve them with pita, rice, peas, and salad. In addition to that, we have the gyro dinner, which is tender slices of lamb, as you know, and we serve that on a pita bread with onions, tomatoes, and tzatziki sauce. And you can get it as a dinner, or you can also get it as a sandwich. Pasticcio is a homemade Greek specialty that has its layers of macaroni and layers of ground beef seasoned with the Greek spices and topped with the Greek sauce, with a special Greek sauce like a bechamel sauce, and baked, and it's absolutely wonderful. It is really great. We have a vegetarian combo, which is a cheese and spinach pie combo, and with a Greek pita and a small Greek salad for those our friends that don't like to eat meat. We also have stuffed meat grape leaves, which is a homemade Greek specialty. It's a mix of ground beef that is wrapped in grape leaves and has an egg lemon sauce that is absolutely fantastic to kill for. It is my favorite by far. I hope that you all join us in the festival at 3109 Sayo Church Road on June 8, 9, and 10. We definitely have done a great parties on the past, and we're definitely going to show you a good time and a good meal this time as well.
Thank you, Costa. Our next guest is my good friend Alexandra Tsalogiannis. You see her in a beautiful Northern Greek costume. She is the president of our church's Goya, that is the Greek Orthodox Youth of America. It's our teenage youth group. And Alexandra, to start off, why don't you tell us a little bit about Goya and what you do?
So Goya is a youth group that once or twice a month we get together and we have a meeting, and it helps everyone get very close with their faith, learn more about our Christ, and there will be Bible studies, so we'll either look through the Bible or have fun other conversations about Christ. And besides the just focusing on faith, we also like to have fun with our activities. So there's different retreats that we go to and meet other people from different Goyas that we make friends with. We go paintballing and playing basketball. And throughout our entire years of Goya, there's so many people that you meet, and each year, like if you go to camp or if you go and enjoy these basketball tournaments, you get so close with everybody that it's like one Goya, but it's your own separate church, but everyone just unites through Christ.
That's a beautiful sentiment. I'm looking forward to my own son being in Goya, and I'm also looking forward to him dancing. And so will you please tell us more about Goya and our dance troupe at St. Nicholas?
Yes, so I'm wearing a Northern Greece dress, and this is more traditional. There's other kinds of dresses and that women wear, and then the boys wear more, they look like skirts. And so basically there's some girl dances that are just girls, some boys just do all boy dances, but the majority are boys and girls together, and there's different choreography. It gets more advanced as you get into Goya because you're older and can learn different tricks. And so we have our little Greek school people, and those are from kindergarten to 6th grade, and then Goya is 7th through 12th. And then we also have our terpsichore group, and those are collegiate students, and they come back and help join us for our festival too. And some people from Toledo also join us and dance. And so even after dance practice, we still are like really good friends. So we'll go and eat after dance practice and just spend time together because we love each other's company.
When you first started dancing, did you enjoy it, or did your parents make you dance?
I enjoyed it. I just always remember like having fun, like getting together with everybody, even from the younger years. Like I know some people may not have liked it as much, but I always liked it, and I've always looked up to the different dance groups and even the older adults who dance. I just always remember me wanting to become that good and having fun with my friends, so I've always enjoyed it.
Well, you know, Alexandra, I have noticed that you all put a lot of work into these dances. This is not just a little tiny bit of activity. This is a long process for you at our church, isn't it?
Right, yes.
Yeah. And how many hours do you put into that over the course of a year?
Ooh, well, there's different events that we dance at besides the Greek festival throughout the year. So we'll dance maybe, well, during the festival we practice more. Like starting now, we've already had probably 4 or 5 dance practices and getting ready for June, but they're usually 2 or 3 hours. And then during the festival, we'll go inside and practice an hour and a half before each performance as well. So it's more of a commitment than Greek school and the other dance that people may be involved in, but it's worth it.
Well, it is worth it, and it's quite remarkable. I want to tell our viewers, if there's one thing that is so impressive about our festival, beyond the delicious food and the warm hospitality, it is these wonderful young people and the delightful performance they put on. It's really quite stunning, and I hope that you will pay close attention to our dancers, not just the older kids, but some of the younger kids too, and then the collegiate kids who come, who do some spectacular gymnastic dancing. You'll see some young men doing backflips and some pretty wonderful things. Now, I would like to introduce you to my good friend Artemis Alex. She is the marketing director for our festival, and she puts a tremendous amount of work into organizing this kind of activity where we get to tell you about this, and a lot behind the scenes too. So it's so good to see you, Artemis. Tell us what we need to hear about this year's Yasu Festival.
Yasu, Dino.
Yes.
Thanks so very much for such a warm introduction. And I'd like to start off by saying, actually, following up on what Alexandra just said, about the dancing and what you mentioned about people coming to the festival with all of our different areas. I know Alexandra's brother, Zach, is also part of the dance troupe, am I correct?
Yes.
But something you may not know, Alexandra, and that is, as I walk around and I talk to the people at the festival, all our guests, they say that as much as they enjoy the food, and they just love it and they rave about the food, their main attraction is the dancers. They come to watch the dancers. And they like the little kids, they like the older students, and they also like the college students. But somehow they said, when I talk to the individuals, they simply say, you know what, it's nice to see that you are maintaining your heritage, your culture, and your ethnicity in this diverse world that we live in today. And so I just want to pass that along to you. You could pass that along to your other dancers
Thank
as
you.
well. You're the highlight.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but we want you guys to come and dance with us. We don't want you guys to be intimidated. We want to grab you and just have fun. It's okay if you don't know the dances. They get complicated at times, but we want you to come and join us. It's so much fun. Seeing people learn how to dance is really fun. Just get involved. It's the best part.
That would go for everything at our festival. Come and take part. It's a party for everyone. Artemis, tell us about some of the logistics of the festival, how people can come and shuttle buses and everything else.
I will. Before I get to that, though, I'd like to mention a couple of things, and that is once you step off the bus, of course, you'll feel like you're in Greece. You hear the music. You'll see all the different areas that we have, the agora, and all the different areas that you had just mentioned. And also, we have the welcome booth, so if you ever have any questions, then you can stop at the welcome booth and ask them. They'll be more than happy to guide you. We also have the raffle. Now, speaking of Greece, we have a grand prize. There are 3 prizes at the raffle, and the grand prize is a trip to Greece for 2. So you can imagine the beautiful blue sky, the water, the crystal water, the food. It's beautiful. I've been there, and I would love to go back again. So I don't want to win that prize this time. I'll let someone else win it and enjoy it. But the second prize is also very special. It is a custom-designed earring and pendant set. And it's designed by one of our parishioners, Stephen Kolokithas. And it is in an olive branch motif. It is 18-karat gold in Argentium silver. And it's very, very special. It's made especially for our festival. And it will be on display at the festival as well.
A very talented young man.
Very talented.
Stephen.
Our third prize is a barbecue grill, something that everyone can always use.
To make souvlaki.
To make souvlaki, exactly. We also have daily prizes that are donated by our area businesses. They range from gift baskets to certificates to small prizes other than those. It's wonderful. And people enjoy those, and sometimes they even enjoy those even more than the grand prizes. Oh, look what I walk away with, a gift basket. We also, part of our festival for the past several years, we have donated a portion of our proceeds to area charities. This year it is Warm the Children of Ann Arbor. And everyone always comments about that, actually, because we promote that on the cover of our event guide. And we like to give back to the community because everyone is always supporting us, and we like to support them as well. You had mentioned parking at Knox. That is free. There's a shuttle, as Dino mentioned, and it's only about not even a 5-minute ride. And if you ever have comments or questions, you can always ask the guys on the bus as well. We know how to throw a party, right, Costa?
Yes, we do.
We do, and everybody tells us that, so we would like you to join us at our party on June 8th, 9th, and 10th at St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church, 3109 Scioto Church Road.
Is it a family-friendly event?
It is a family-friendly event, all ages. We have something for everybody, and everybody, you'll just see them. They're out there dancing, and Alexandra will pull everybody in, and they'll recognize her.
Greeks know how to have fun.
We know how to have fun.
So we definitely love to show everybody else how to have fun.
Yes, we do. And we'd like to thank CTN also for having us today. We always enjoy coming here. You're always so gracious to us. You're always so friendly and welcoming, and we thank you. And I'd like to thank all of our guests this evening, too, for taking time this evening to be with us.
Thank you.
You know, you've tuned in and spent a half an hour watching us talk about our Greek festival. We hope that you've got some expectations and anticipation for this festival. You might have been there before. If you have, you know how much fun it is. Bring your family and friends. Bring your appetite. Bring your sun hat and dance with us, eat with us, celebrate with us in our celebration of our Greek Orthodox faith, our Hellenic heritage, and our culture. We're looking forward to seeing you all there June 8th, 9th, and 10th, 3109 Scioto Church Road, just east of Wagner Road, just south of Ann Arbor. Folks, it's the Yasu Greek Festival. That means your health and greetings. And I want to ask you all to say, Opa.
Opa.